Hi, I'm Jen Spencer, and this is Jen Spencer's 10-Minute Book Club. Happy Thanksgiving this week, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I guess tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Yeah. Hope you got all your baking done. I actually love baking and love getting stuff ready for Thanksgiving. So I'm really excited. Tonight we have a great author. Her name is Melinda Curtis. She's got 70 books that she's written. She's very popular, and I know you're going to love hearing about her book. If you leave a comment or ask a question in the comment section below, you'll automatically be entered to win a copy of her new book, which comes out next week, A Wyoming Christmas Reunion, and I know you're going to love it. Don't forget to get your copy of Rachel and Riley, which just came out a couple of weeks ago. It's actually book 1 in Cowboys of the Butterfly Ranch series, and Jesse and James, which is book 2 in Cowboys of the Butterfly Ranch series, is available on my website. If you sign up for my newsletter, you can download a free ebook copy of Jesse and James. Be sure you do both. You're going to love them. Now I'm so excited to introduce Melinda Curtis. Melinda, hello, welcome to Jen Spencer's 10-Minute Book Club.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I am so glad you're here. Melinda and I met at the Utah Readers Luncheon a few weeks ago, and she graciously agreed to be on the book club. And I'm so excited because she's such a popular author, and a lot of people know her. She has a great readership, so it's really, really fun to have you on. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your books?
Okay. All right. I write sweet romance, sweet romantic comedy, women's fiction. I have written, you see all the green books. I've written 45 books for Harlequin, with more on the way, 5 for Forever Romance, a couple for Small Press, a lot of independently published stuff. I'm married to my college sweetheart, and we have lived in 4 different states together. We've owned 3 different homes that we've remodeled. He's pretty much torn things apart in every one.
So you're big do-it-yourselfers.
Yes, I have learned to, operate nail guns and grout, put up tile, things like that. I'm not very good with the power saw or the drill. I always press the drill button the wrong way. It has a toggle. I don't know if you know about a drill. It has a toggle. Yeah. Toggle it one way and it goes this way. Toggle it the other way, it goes the other way. And I can never figure out which way is which is very frustrating, especially when he's put me up on the roof to do something. Yeah.
Wow. Good for you. Well, I have a son-in-law like that, and he just goes on YouTube, figures out what to do. I am not like that. I just don't even dare, so it takes a lot of courage. So good.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've had professionals do it, and I love professionals, but sometimes I have looked at stuff and said, like when walking through other people's homes, like, oh, like I would have done that differently. I've learned quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Learned quite a bit over the course of 3 different houses.
Oh, this is great. Well, so how many books? So you've got 45 with Harlequin. Mm-hmm. So how many books have you independently published?
I think the last time I counted, it was I have over 70 total. So it's like, well, 45 plus 5 with Forever plus, a couple more. So there's probably like 15 to 20-ish. I don't know. Yeah, I currently have pulled some down to relaunch and recover and do things. So.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, so tell us about this book that you're going to be giving away today that comes out next week.
Yes, the 29th, November 29th. So it's Wyoming Christmas Reunion. I love the cover close up.
Oh yeah, it's so pretty.
Yeah, so it's a divorced couple that have a child, and he's a cutting horse trainer. She's a blacksmith, and he was in a bad accident and he couldn't resolve it, so he fell into drinking for a couple of years, and that's why they divorced. But now he's sober, he's been sober for a while, and they're trying to get back together.
Mm. I love second chance romance stories. I think they're so tender. Yeah, I
They're
have.
usually
Yeah.
poignant and emotional, because you have to work through things.
Mhm.
You can't just fall back into each other's arms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of baggage that there's a reason you got divorced in the first place, and
Yeah.
just a lot of baggage. So in my other life as an Amish author, I wrote one second chance romance book because the Amish don't believe in divorce. And so instead of getting divorced, she just moves out to the backyard in a tent. and so then they have to work things out. And anyway, I love those. I think those are so tender and fun. I'm sure the readers are going to love that. So
Yeah, I think you write kind of like I write. There's some humor, there's some, kind of a depth of emotion there, and a really satisfying ending. I had an epiphany about this about a month ago. Somebody asked me, what's your why when it comes to being an author? And I really had to kind of stop and think about it because, when you're an author, you can write in so many different genres. So why do I write romance? And I came to the conclusion that I like to be able to heal people, not that they're all wounded, but my characters usually have something that they need to move past or get over. And, in real life, like, yeah, I have one relative in particular that comes to mind where I'm like, you know, you maybe should talk to somebody instead of carrying that around and being bitter, and I would love to see you happier and all that stuff. But in real life, you can't often help people. They don't want to be helped. They don't want to be helped in the way that you can give them, that kind of thing. We're not therapists. We're just here to listen, but
yeah, but as a writer, you can help everyone and you can make everyone's life better, at the end of the book.
right.
And that's why I love romance, because that's the definition of a romance, is it's always a happy ending. And I love that. I love happy endings. And I love, I read a romance for a lot of reasons, but I think they give people a lot of hope. Like, yeah, I can overcome this. They overcame this really hard thing. I can overcome this really hard thing.
I mean, I go back and I look at a lot of the Disney movies. I love a good Disney movie. Like, what is the one that my grandkids love? It's not Ariel, it's a Frozen one.
Oh, yeah.
Frozen. I mean, those are really well plotted. And if you've seen Frozen, like if I were to ask you, hey, who is the movie Frozen most about? Which sister, Anna or Elsa?
Well, I can't remember which is which.
Is it the one who has the icy powers, or is it the one who goes to save her and has the frozen heart?
Yeah, the one who has the icy powers, I think, even though it's the other sister who's in most of the movie, I feel like it's her because she has this character arc. She's trying to figure out herself and her life. And yeah, I don't know. Do you think that? Which one is that?
I recently took a screenwriting class, and they argued that it was really the younger sister whose goal was to bring her older sister back and to the kingdom and save the kingdom. She wanted to save the kingdom. And they said her scenes were the story engine that took up the majority of the film.
That's true.
Yeah, even though it seemed like her sister may have changed more. Like, you have a valid point. So I thought it was really interesting. It made me kind of think about plotting in a different way.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to relook at that and see. Okay, well, we're almost done. It's been so fun. Tell me, what is your favorite romantic movie?
Love Pride and Prejudice in any shape or form. I love the Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. That's my absolute favorite. I love Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I love it whenever somebody writes a book and the title indicates to me that it's based on Pride and Prejudice. I immediately, it's an auto buy for me.
Yep. So I started reading Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and it's basically he copied and pasted Pride and Prejudice, and then he just put kind of references to zombies everywhere. I couldn't get through it, but the movie, I really liked the movie.
Before I knew the book existed, there was the movie Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And so I looked at the book and I kind of flipped through the pages like you know, what you're saying. And I was like, oh, this doesn't look like it's going to be a satisfying read. But the movie was all right.
I liked it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, every version of Pride and Prejudice, I love those. In a couple of weeks, my daughters and I are going to be on the Jen Spencer 10-minute book club, and we're going to talk about our top 5 Pride and Prejudice adaptations. We're either doing that or our top 5 Jane Austen adaptations. And I can't decide which one we should do, but because one of my daughter's favorites is the Sense and Sensibility with Emma Thompson and Kate.
Love that one.
I love that one. It's so
cried all through the end, cried.
Oh, that ending, that probably has the best ending of any movie ever. I mean, it's just so tender.
And
yeah.
If you are a fan of Harry Potter, you have to watch that movie. It doesn't matter if you don't like romance movies or Jane Austen, you have to watch that movie because it has so many Harry Potter characters in there, actors.
Yeah. Alan Rickman, Emma Thompson. Oh yeah. And what's her name? Imelda Staunton. Yeah, there are a lot.
Yes, yeah.
I thought of that.
I almost thought there were 4, but maybe there are only 3. Maybe my memory is failing me.
The woman who plays the mother, I think she's in one of the Harry Potters. Okay, I'll have to look that up.
I think you're right. She might have been like a townsperson or somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to go watch it again.
I know, me too.
Good excuse.
Well, so okay, we're almost out of time, but here's what I ask everybody. If you're stuck on a desert island, would you rather have a lifetime supply of chocolate or toilet paper?
Toilet paper, because I'm very pragmatic. I could do without chocolate, right? We could all do without chocolate.
Well, yes. I mean, toilet paper is also my answer, but I do really love chocolate too.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That kind of tells me how you think. That tells me everything I need to know about you. No, not really. Well, Melinda, thank you so much for being here. And readers, be sure to check out Wyoming Christmas Reunion
with the lovely couple on the front. Sorry, my gardener is just going by just now.
Oh, you mowing your lawn?
He's blowing all the pollen.